NFL 23 on EA Sports.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Take it in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here are the Panthers backed up to start their initial drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Young. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Young on 3rd down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Young's throw here on target to Hurst. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend, and usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
And they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
We talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. For a tight end, some of the best hands in the game. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Now here's Young. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Out of the gun now on third down. This will go to Henry out wide. And he will have a Titans first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Henry up the middle. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. A gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On play action, they'll throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. The numbers for Sanders last week, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
After 1-7-0 on the A's. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Another run with Sanders. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Young now. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Young. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Throwing, Young. The quick slant caught. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Sanders again, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. Let's go on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They begin with Henry, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man. That's Richie James. 30. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 60 yards. How fast he could run on the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about precise arrows and movements, sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Back to throw. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now a handoff to Henry. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
You get down in this area of the field, you know you're going to get a heavy dose of number 22. They stopped him for a short game there, but can they do it a couple of more times?
Henry again. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Uses the stiff arm. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
And he's brought down. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Young. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
From the red zone now, Young. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air once more, Young. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
James has got it. Complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll look to throw here. That's complete to Traylon Burks. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's James.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we've reached halftime.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half.
And the half will begin with a touchback. Robbie Anderson and his Carolina Panther offense, they trot back out there.
You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards, obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work it.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. 1st and 10, Young. And he's got it complete to Anderson.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Okay, break.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
A first down carry for Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw here.
And that one complete to Hodgins.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try to break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him.
He's looking sharp here so far in the 3rd quarter, Charles.
It appears that the halftime gave him a little bounce. You know, came out, springing his legs, little pep in his step, and he's taken off and running really well in the 3rd quarter.
Sometimes we talk about how guys don't want halftime to come, but some guys, they're happy when that break gets there.
You never know which way it's going to go. He's taking advantage of it in this one, though.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield.
Next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle. Anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Young. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Going for it with Sanders. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the... And we're back now in Charlotte. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The play fake. Now Young out to his left. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Young on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Anderson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And Sharp calls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter. The Lutz will look to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd and 5. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He'll find Hodgins there complete.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Carolina Carolina getting set to take the field.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run with Sanders up the middle, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Panthers, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they've plummeted now